So it was an awesome week at camp. It was a fun week at camp. We went there to have a lot of fun, but also, more importantly, we went there to grow closer to Jesus. So we have a high schooler and a middle schooler. They're going to share a little bit about that. Addie Mann is going to share first. Come on, Addie. Take it away.
Hi. I first want to say thank you to the church for supporting the student ministry so we could go to camp. And also I want to say thank you to Pastor Nathan, Miss Hannah, Mr. Brian, Mr. Chad, and Mr. John for giving us the opportunity to go to camp. This year at camp, the theme was Here and Now. The camp pastor spent the week going over holy living. One of the main points made was that we not only have an example of holy living, but we are to live like that example, and we have a living hope so we can live holy. The pastor defined holy living as living separately from the world, like how Jesus lived separately. Something that stood out to me was how you can't let overthinking control your life, because it can lead you away from God, from what God has for you. I overthink a lot, and whenever I do overthink, I become very fearful. God convicted me of overthinking because it robs my focus from Him to something that most likely would never happen. So I'm choosing to trust God in all things and then following Him.
Thank you, Addie. And now Hunter Fellows is going to come share a little bit too. I'll give Hunter a hand.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter, and I just want to talk to y'all about my camp experience and 2 lessons that stuck out to me. Camp was really good this year. We had real good food, fun activities, and great sermons. Our pastor this year was a guy named Tim, and he was a great pastor. He would get real emotional about the word and really emphasize the importance and meaning of it. 2 sermons in particular that stuck out to me were being a half-Christian and an illustration about when you sin, you dig a hole for yourself that you cannot get out of without Jesus. What I mean by being a half-Christian is going to a church and praising the Lord and acting like a Christian. But then when you go home, you act a totally different way. Jesus does not want us to only act like a Christian at church, but all the time and everywhere. This can also be described as following along Jesus when we should be closely following Him, making the same actions as Him, going exactly where He goes. When we follow along, we don't follow Jesus exactly, and we get tripped up in sin. Eventually, we can get tripped up in sin too much and lose the path unless we repent. The second sermon that stuck out to me was a digging a hole every time you sin illustration. When we sin, we dig a hole slowly until eventually we hit rock bottom. This can be described as sinning so much that one day you realize how much you are actually sinning. This can happen to both extremely strong believers and lost people. When you eventually hit the bottom, if you look up, you will see that the Lord was waiting for you to stop digging as soon as you started. If you accept His help, He will take you out of that hole you dug and put you back on your Christian journey. But if you do not accept His help, you will stay stuck in that hole. This shows how the only way to get to heaven is through Jesus, and that no matter how many times you sin, God will forgive you. Those were 2 particular sermons that stuck out to me at my time at Crossings, and I thank you all for your time and for being such a great church family.
I need to grab my notes, or I'm going to forget something. Thank you, Hunter and Addie. Can we give them a round of applause one more time? So like I said, we had a really awesome week, and you guys make that possible. You encourage and resource us and me in so many ways, and I feel like I have the best job in the world. Getting to watch these kids grow up